Hello, it's me, Diz, your mental health medic again. And I would like to speak into something that I feel a lot of people might not even realize is there. So, but as soon as I start talking about it, you will actually see that it might actually be true. So, what am I talking about? In coaching, we call it the crazy eight cycle. Okay, so it's only, it looks like a figure of eight. Okay, and it's basically we go through this cycle in life, in our relationship with your partner, that tends to just go on and on until we start looking and seeing it's there and we actually do start changing it. Okay, so what does it? How is it? How does it work? So the crazy eight cycle is basically we go through life with our partner and we have this amazing time together. And you actually start enjoying life together, and you get to this place where it's like, this is a bit too good to be true. Like, it feels like everything is fine, but almost a little bit too good to be true. And then you like sort of give your mind this silly instruction, which of course your mind will obey because you gave it an instruction. You start looking for something that might or might not even be there. Now, this has got a lot to do with the fact that your past, if you have not worked through a lot of your past things, it will follow you all your life. And that is just plain and simple truth. So we have got this fact that, as I spoke in the one video, is like our perception of things, how we perceive things, our past, our ego, the way we communicate, and the people will affect this cycle. So we get to a point, and then your mind actually starts giving you sort of pictures that might fit the description of what you're looking for, which is an excuse for you not to be happy. And then you have a miscommunication. And then you have a misunderstanding. And then you have a fight. And then you go into the fight part, the anger, and just being in friction with one another. And then you sort of have this massive fallout and blowout. And the fact is, we actually get addicted to this cycle if we don't work on it. So as you go through this part where you're very angry and irritated with one another, you get to a part where it's like you sort things out, you realize things were just like a massive misunderstanding, and then you work through it. And then you go into this happy part again, where you're happy and everything goes lucky and everything is happy-go-lucky and it's euphoria until it's not. So we have this thing, it's called a choice. And that is why a lot of my work is biblically based, because of the fact that I feel God had given us the ability to have free will and choice for a reason. And my work is very biblically based. Now, I don't just like to do counseling with couples because just talking things out, honestly, it's not going to change anything. It's just going to make you aware of the problems and it's going to make you aware of the things. We need to sort of keep moving. We need to keep growing together. And that's what makes relationships beautiful. If you can help each other grow and become more as a person, it'll automatically feed into the relationship. So we need to really look at what it is. Is it your past? Is it your way of perceiving things? Is it your ego? Is it the way that you communicate? And or is it just people? We need to find what it is. But the thing is, it's difficult when you're in the situation to really get out of the situation because you can't always see what it is that's tripping you up. And that is why I am actually about to launch my 8-week course, which would help you to, in 8 weeks, have a better relationship or marriage, whichever. And it doesn't have to be done by couples. It can be just done by one person because when you change, your outside change. And God has given us as women this ability to be influencers, to make change, to make things better. And I feel that it is almost our duty to make sure that as a woman, I get to change. And if I change, I'm going to even influence my kids to have. And as I influence my kids to have better relationships, they won't have these struggles. So whether you are married or just in relationships that's on and off, and the chances are, if relationships aren't working, there is something that needs to be worked on. And it doesn't necessarily always mean that the problem is you. But if I, as a person, know how to handle myself and I work on myself to be my best me, the thing is, people will automatically move away. So if the relationship was not meant to be, people will move away. So they will leave you and you will have better people come into your life. But the thing is, if I don't know what I'm actually using or what actually is tripping me up all the time, I will not change it. And guess what? You're going to have the same thing happening all over and over again. So you might as well just get to a point where you actually know what relationships were created to be, what marriages specifically. And I feel it's very important that even if you're not in a marriage, this is still a course that will benefit you because it'll help you make better decisions. It'll help you have better relationships. And it will help you as a person to just know that as you go through this course, you actually do realize that even though sometimes you feel that maybe you are the problem, it might not be that you are the problem. But I cannot change other people. I can only change myself. I cannot change my outside, but I can change my inside. And as you change on the inside, your outside things just, they automatically evolve, they automatically change. So it's very important that we get this part where it's not just maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. It is a very needed thing right now. And I found God really nudging me that this course needs to go out. People need this right now. Marriage has become such a disposable thing. It's just like, it doesn't work, let's just throw it down the drain. But the thing is, you've given part of yourself to that other person. And I feel that honestly, when God is in it, He is for it. So if we can just center ourselves and make sure that we put God right at the center again, no relationship or marriage can fall apart. We need to bring our spiritual and our mental health part together again in a God-centered way for us to have better relationships. So that is what this 8-week course is all about. So if you are interested, please send me a message and you can look for me by just typing hashtag the mental wealth medic and you should find something pop up. Or you can just go and Google Majestic Mariposa coaching and counseling. And yes, I do coaching and counseling in a hybrid method. because I find that my clients have way better results. We can't just talk the things out. We need to move. We need to make changes. We need to grow as a person. And when we grow, things around us start growing and blooming. So it's very important that we get this fact. So that is me, Des, your mental wealth medic for today. I hope this gave you some insight into what might be the reason for you to have this up and down in the relationship or marriage that you are in. And maybe I can be of assistance. So I look forward to having you reach out to me, and I look forward to talking to you about this. And may you have a blessed day further. Bye now.